So I usually avoid making these type of videos, but I need to speak on it. So PragerU, right? It's an American media company that makes cartoons, speak about recent topics in America, right? It's an American company, right? So this company has YouTubers, talk show hosts, people talking about, as I said, events that happen in their country and other places if they relate, So PragerU also makes cartoons for kids, educational media, and this was an issue because there was many controversies with this when it came to a show where kids go back in time and meet historical figures and talk about history. And the issue is they misconstrued everything, they mess with the information, they take facts and shift it to their point of view, Either they undermined very tragic events, not just black people, not just slavery. It's after World War II, Japanese people mistreated, Vietnamese people, Indians, not those Indians, not Asian Indians, I mean Native American Asians. I mean Native American Indians, those Indians, the not Aborigines, excuse, no, that's not, They keep taking that information and saying, slavery wasn't that bad, World War II wasn't that bad, we welcomed the Japanese. You didn't welcome the Japanese after World War II. You were treating them like dogs. It was basically like Germany, but without they were murders, but not all of them, not reported, They just keep doing that. They take information that was so brutal and true and just change it, saying it wasn't that bad. They were set in situations, I didn't get involved. I only get involved now when they have another show called Around the World where they talk about events in different countries, right? So in this particular episode, they're speaking about South Africa. And in South Africa, there are a lot of issues we have. Like, if you're a broke person coming overseas, I don't recommend coming to South Africa. If you're broke, no. If you're rich, come on, you'll enjoy your life. You'll enjoy it. But if you're broke, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. Either you go to gambling or drinking just to cover your pain, or you go through hell just trying to make it in life. Okay? But I'm not saying it's all the way bad, but PragerU, in this case, they said it's all the way bad in the black community, right? So, in this show, they speak about, apartheid wasn't that bad. It was a long time ago. One, it wasn't. My relatives were old. They still remember it, right? Two, they speak about the BB law, or the BBEE. The BBEE law. They misconstrued it saying, this is a law that makes only black people get hired. No, this is a quality law. It's for equality, right? Then they talk about the unrest. Then they talk about the farm unalivings. Let's start with apartheid. One, they keep saying that apartheid was a very long time ago. We need to move on. We do, but it wasn't that a long time ago. There were many laws from apartheid that still stand to this day, and some were written off in 2012. I think I only remember 2 that were removed in 2012, those old laws. Okay? And secondly, some people still kept those customs from that time. Let's not forget, we had an equivalent of the KK, the triple K in this country. I forget the names. Black elephants, I'm not sure, but we had them, right? Then we move on to the unrest that happened in 2022. In 2021, when Jacob Zuma was getting arrested, getting trial, was in trial, not getting arrested, was in trial. Then it triggered a chain event where people started looting Gauteng, KwaZulu-Natal, Limpopo, Mpumalanga. Then it stopped when it got close to Cape Town. That's when it stopped. That's unrest. We still have an unrest, but it's not big as it was in 2021. It wasn't that big anymore. We still had them where people just rob small markets, whatever, and stuff like that. Things that don't involve the government or affect the general public. It just affects our community, right? That's our problem, right? Then we have the BBEEX, right? They keep saying that law is for black people only. No, it's for everyone. If you have a white person, an Asian person, a what for interview, then whoever has the highest qualifications or whatever achievements, hire that person. If the white man knows French, has been to this school, that school, did a short course, hire the white guy, please. That's the act. If you all put in the equal playing field, but we all have different qualifications, then pick based on the position and who has the highest achievement there. You know, it's a cruel world. I'm not saying take the black guy. No, if the white guy has more qualifications, take the white guy. But at least you acknowledge that the black guy was there. You didn't remove him entirely, right? That's the BBEE Act. But they keep saying that it's only catered to black people only. No, it's not. I could say a lot more about this show, right? I really could. But I really need to speak up on it. That this show is just taking information and just misconstruing it to fit their narrative. That South Africa is not safe for white farmers. First of all, this lady covers many stories that happen in South Africa of white farmers in the wrong, black people in the wrong. The situation wasn't fully explained. There was no context, right? We're not perfect. There are people who rob farms. I live near farm in KwaZulu-Natal, right? And that farmer is pretty chill. No one messes with him because he pays us the same amount and increases it every year, right? He just says, come at 6 a.m. in the morning, work until 1 p.m. and leave. I'll pay you end of the week. Simple. No one talks to him, no one messes with him. If you mess with him, we will beat you up. Okay? Because it's a consistent thing. Let's not mess with it, okay? Other farmers are a different situation. But just know, we don't hate them all. And those who are in America, that's a different story. I had to talk about this show. You can't just say things about us and expect me to keep quiet. I swear. Oh. Bro, just telling lies about our people, man. Now it's awkward for me, my white friends and Indian friends, man. Damn it.